Some of the drawbacks, I mean, it is kind of stressful. I think, well, working with kids in general, but especially kids with a disability, can be stressful. And, you know, sometimes you bring kind of their baggage home with you, but it's always important to remember that even on bad days, the kids are still learning and still progressing.
Some days are a little bit tougher when the kids aren't having a great day, or, you know, just problems in their behaviors. That can be a drawback sometimes.
Sometimes it's hard not knowing where you're going to be at for the day, or what the routine would be. What kids with cancellations or staff call-ins.
Sometimes you might get bit. We oftentimes go home with a lot of slobber and things like that. So you have to be prepared for the fact that you are working with children, and typically children with autism, there's a few things that can go along with it, like they mouth a lot of things, and so we also have a lot of germs running around.
Sometimes your schedule can be a little wavy, but you can get past that, which I honestly don't have any problem with. It's gotten much more steady as time has gone on, but I can't really think of too many drawbacks. Sometimes it can be a stressful work environment, but I feel like that is really overcome by the amount of friendships you build with the individuals you work with, along with the staff that you help serve them with.
Some of the drawbacks of being at Great Lakes is there could be a crisis and you're going to have to drop what you're doing and help, you know, your coworkers and your and the other kids to get to safety, and sometimes, you know, like, you're just about to go out the door, but you know, being there for everyone and being able to really just, it's a drawback and it's not at the same time, because there's camaraderie and there's a sense of, like, everyone, it's kind of like a family. Like, yeah, we work long hours, but we know that everyone is going to be there, like, when we need them. And you know, sometimes we have to sacrifice some of our personal things, but then there's other times that staff will step in and, you know, like, we'll work it out where they'll take a shift for one another so that they can both do what they needed to do if things come up. So, you know, that's kind of a drawback, and we are very specialized, so, you know, it takes a unique person and just, like, a very open person to be able to just kind of, like, give it time to work and to understand, like, what we're doing here.
You're working long, stressful shifts at times. You have 8+ hours that you're here, and there's a lot of the upsides, but there's a lot of the downsides too. We are working with intense behavior challenges in our intensive side, and that's something you have to be ready to work for. Not every day is going to be the happy-go-lucky day. We're going to have some down days, but just know if we're following our plans and we're sticking to our training and everything, that the number of those bad days are going to go down, and we're going to see a big change for our kids.
The hours fluctuate quite a bit on your schedule. If a crisis situation arises, then you may have to stay over a little bit, but there's not really that many considering what we work with.
Some of the drawbacks, it's you're working with children with different problems, so sometimes you can have a rough day just as much as they can have a rough day. It's a lot of work sometimes, and you got to have a lot of patience.